next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Love from the gun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Achane again. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Love out of the shotgun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami. Working inside the red zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's That's a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down throw, here's Love. Able to find A-Chan. And this one doesn't go far. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 23. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Room to run inside the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
To kick it away. Here's Moody. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Love. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get some late points and the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 7. Jason Sanders, the kicker off 1.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Throwing from the gun. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send a man in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He brings it in. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Pass play now. He has the San Francisco touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Thrown on first down, Love. Complete. It's Ingram. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to give him the ball.
On target to Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Looking to throw. He's got time here. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's back to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, following the turnover. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
They'll take an option to the right on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running this one left. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. He gets them half of what they needed, so after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Into a crowd, and intercepted! And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially when one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
Second down carry for Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Achane reels it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Looking to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Love to throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of nick.
And the defender comes away with it. And the 49ers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Dolphins will have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 27.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he is able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
A-Chain on the inside give. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This is hauled in by Ingram. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. They run. It's A-Chan. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Takes the handoff now, Love. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers trail by a field goal. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. And it's picked off, but, oh, yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down. Looking to throw it. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick 6. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Achane gets it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this third down. Shotgun now for Love. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Achane, a first down carry. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So it's a win